Hi, this is Diana of DL.art. Welcome back to part 2 of the exploding box, which I showed you in part 1, just an overview of the box itself. And now I'm going to give you dimensions and sizes. So what we're going, and actually show you how I did the card. So I'm going to put this away for right now, and I'm going to show you the cardstock that I picked. I picked the blue, the peach, and the yellow. But I think for this one, I'm going to pick, let's see, I think I do want the orange. Sorry about this. I think I may have already picked them out. Nope. I do want yellow. And I think I want pink. The green's really pretty. I know you're just loving seeing that fly in front of your face. I think I'll take this peach color. So I've got the yellow, the peach, and I think I will go for the pink. These papers are nice because they are a true 12 by 12, and you do not have to tear the paper. You can tear it right off that edge there, which is pretty nice. So I'm going to use these 3 colors for this box, and I'm going to show you something here that I really enjoyed doing this box. So I made another one, and I made it a different way. I made another box. The only thing is, when you make it this way, it gets a little heavy. So I made it similar, but I left, rather than cut these off, I left them in. And you could do that with each of these, but it would tend to get heavy, and then you may not have room to put all your pictures and all your other embellishments in here. And like I say, it's not a finished mini album box, but it's just so you get to see how it's done. And that's how you put it together. So those are the 2 ways. The other way was, remember, just leaving this, cutting those off. So this is what the bottom of my box looks like, and this is the 12 by 12 size. So in fact, I could, if I wanted to, because it's already done for me. I might even save that. Okay, but I'm going to show you how anyway. Sorry about that. Okay, the first thing we're going to do, I love this cutting board, and I'm going to make sure you can see what I'm doing. Yes, you can. Okay, before I go on, I'm going to pick out my papers from here. This Couture, Coral Couture Stack, and I love this one. So I'm going to use it because it definitely has all the colors that I have here in here, and if not, it goes with that yellow. And like, if you noticed in the box that I've made, you do not see a lot of the base color because it's covered with the pattern paper, which is really what your box is all about, is the pattern paper that you choose. So I'm going to choose this one, and I'm going to choose this one because that will go with any of those. And let's see, I think I want, yes, I picked these ahead of time just so I'd have something to work with. So that's what I've got going. These are my colors that I've chosen to go with the yellow, the pink, and the kind of orangey color. So that's where we are now. And the first thing we're going to do is, okay, we're going to decide what color we want the box. And I think I'm going to go for, let's see, what do you think? What would you choose? I kind of like this. I like them all. But I think I'm going to go with the orange as my base, that orangey color as my box base. So I'm going to leave this at 12. I think my very middle one, I'll go yellow. And so my second portion to the box will be the pink. So you're going to leave the 12 by 12 at 12 by 12. You're going to cut the middle one down to 11. On two sides, so it will be an 11 square. If you cut 1 inch off each side, you'd have it too small. So I have an 11 and a 12, and I'm going to cut the yellow one down to 10. So that means 2 inches on two sides. I flipped that because there was a little dent on that one side. So, alrighty, 2 inches. Now you got some scrap paper here to work with. Okay, now we have our 3 pieces, and that's how our box is going to be. The first thing we're going to do now is, just for now, move the cutter away, and we're going to score the first part of the box. And I have this Martha Stewart, what is this called? Martha Stewart scoreboard, I think it's called. So to make sure everything is even, what I normally do is we're going to score it at 4 inches on all corners, but we're not going to score 4 over here. I'm going to turn it and score 4. That way I know everything is scored at exactly 4. Okay. And then we're going to, now if I were to do the box where I kept the edges in, I would just cut this here and here and then flip those over. But I'm going to cut all 4 corners out when I'm done doing all my measurements. So my next, the next one I'm going to do is going to be the pink, which is the one in between the orange and the yellow. And I'm going to score this at 3 3/4 all the way around, just like I did on that other one. I'm turning it as I go so that I'm on the 3/4 mark. 3 3/4 mark on all of them. Okay. Now for the last one, we'll do this at 3 1/2. So we've gone 4, 3 3/4, and this one will be 3 1/2. I'll write these measurements down for you at the end. 3 and a half. There we go. So now I'm going to put the scoreboard away, and I'm going to cut out my pieces. And I'm going to start with the base first. And I'm going to come right up to where the cut mark was. In fact, you can't really see it with this cutter, so I'm going to switch cutters at this point, so I have one where I can actually see where my cut is. I have a few mat cutters. This was a very inexpensive one at I got this one at Walmart for like $10 or something, but they'll all work fine. And I like this because it has two blades, and I actually need to stand to do this. I like to stand when I cut. It gives me a little more control and pressure. So what I do here is there's a little notch in this cutter, and if you come down right there, you can actually get it right at the edge of that line there. Same here. The line's there. So now if I were to do this like the one I kept, I would just fold those in, and that would be perfect. But I am going to cut them off, so for now I'm just going to go here, and I'm going to right there. Oops, missed that one. I'm going to leave that one for now. I made a mistake on that one, which is really odd. I just couldn't see it. Okay, here we go. Okay, so we're going to continue on here, and I'm going to do the same thing to all of these. I know my lighting here is a little different than I normally have. And I'm going to just cut out all the corners. I think I want to, when I do this, this is a pretty cool cutter because I have two blades here, and anyway, two blades here, which works pretty good for me. I think if you get on right on top of it, like looking down, you can see where to cut a lot easier because there's like these little notches here. And this one is actually the very middle part of my box. There we go. Now you have some nice little scraps here, and I love these. These are 3.5 by 3.5 squares. So if you have anything that you want to use those for, you have them. Or if you make a bunch of these little boxes, you can make a mini album out of these. So I actually started on another one of these a little while ago. So I'm going to continue on this and make sure I do the cuts correctly. Don't know how I didn't measure that right, so go there, and here. If you have your paper out, you can work right with me as I do this, because I'm going to do the whole box in front of you here, and those pull right out. So there's the outside of my box, and there's two different textures on this paper. This one is not as shiny, and this is shinier, and this is what I'm going to use, the shiny side for the outside of my box, because I think it will hold up better as far as if you get moisture on it or anything, because it is less absorbent looking than this side. So there's actually the beginning of the box. It's 4x4 square, and same thing here. This side is the less shiny. I'm going to fold all these corners, and that's how we're going with the box. Last one to go. Now this one, like I said, this one is cut at 3 3/4. The yellow one, the middle, the very inner part of the box is 3 1/2. I know, you can always fast forward on my videos. I don't know you're doing it, and I wouldn't be offended if you did, because I'm just here to, or you can stop it, however you want to do it. I'm here to show you how it's done. Plus, I'm getting mine done too. So if I can videotape it and inspire you and get something done for myself, I'm a happy camper. Okay, we're almost there, and when I'm working on this on my own and I'm not doing the tutorial, I watch for things that I'm going to give you a tip on. And when I tore this out of the paper pack, it has like a little ridge. Normally that would be the edge that I would cut off. Well, I wasn't paying attention. It's not going to be that noticeable. I notice it, but if you're really picky and you don't want that showing, you would trim that off. And so I didn't, but nobody else will notice it but me. Well, now all of you will, because I told you. Anyway, okay, so there is basically the exploding box without anything added. And now part 3 will be adding all the elements. So I hope you enjoy this part so far, and if you want to continue on and making the box and putting the elements in, watch the next video, which will be part 3 of the exploding box. Thanks for watching. See you next time. Bye-bye. Have a great day.